Well, I think that people are becoming more free to express themselves. This is where we want to go. This is where you made us reach. But from here onwards, this is the limit. I try to see the positive. I'm not going to deny, obviously, negative things are there, and we have to embrace them, but also work with what we cause, or what we've caused.
According to Psalm 27, the Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Whom shall I fear? Look up on the sky and tell me what is left for us to see. So many mornings that we wake up, the money in the pocket to pay.
Couleur Café 2016, je suis en compagnie de Nneka qui va bientôt monter sur scène. Et donc je me baladais sur les réseaux, en fait on m'a tagué. Et juste il y a quelques minutes, il y a 1 heure ou 2, vous avez posté un message à propos du Congo, la République démocratique du Congo, parce que vous avez à cœur de mener des combats. Est-ce qu'on peut juste parler quelques minutes de Free Eve, regarding the lucha? the activists. Why do you think it's important for you to raise awareness about that particular conflict?
Well, first of all, we're in Belgium, where I guess most of the target audience will be here. People who could make a difference this would be a good platform for me to raise awareness on this topic. I was in Congo a couple of months ago in Goma. I was doing a workshop with some children, and up to then we've been hearing only through the media what's been happening, and to be able to see what is happening on ground, like face to face, it just completely, it touched me. And to see how many kids are still, despite everything that is happening, still, that they have hope, and at the same time joy, regardless of what they're going through. That kind of definitely made me feel like, okay, we need to get involved more. I met a couple of people who'd been also connected to Fred. So that whole story with Fred also, touched me, obviously, being someone who is engaged and somebody who is involved, I wouldn't say politically, but somebody who cares about human beings. And I personally care about, freedom of speech, freedom to be able to express yourself, and an advocate of peace. I don't like using the word against. I don't like using the word fight. So what my motive here is to use this opportunity to spread the awareness that there are other ways for us to approach the issue of injustice and suppression. And we're not fighting a battle of peace. No, we only represent peace. You know what I mean? So I know that. I mean, I don't know Fred personally, but I met people who are very well connected with the movement, and he was just a young man who cared, or who cares about his people. And for somebody to be locked up because you care about the youth, it's just like, so why not use this big stage as an opportunity to just let it out there? Not many people know what's going on in Africa, and the responsibility of Europe in this whole issue, or this whole equation, because at the end of the day it's all connected. Uganda, Rwanda, Europe,
You keep pushing the blame on our colonial fathers. You say they came and they took away choose the dig of course. I read the states within hidden history. Use our goodness and nourishment in the name of missionary. Light to us, blind us, they slaved us, misplaced us, strengthen us, guiding us, then they replaced us. Now we got to learn from pain. Now it's up to us to gain some recognition. If we stop blaming, we could get a better condition. Wake up world, wake up world, wake up and stop sleep begging. Wake up Africa.
Well, I think that people are becoming more free to express themselves and are less afraid, because we live in a world where we are domesticated and manipulated to the degree of where we're not able to live our individual lives because we believe in this big dream of the society. And now I think with evolution and with technology and us having access to certain, like social media, people are just able to pour out their minds. You don't necessarily need to travel anymore to express a certain idea. So that's the positive aspect of social media. Obviously there are negative aspects as well, but what has changed, especially in Africa, is that the youth are becoming more involved in politics and just growth in general of Africa. Women as well. Less, like I feel like women are becoming more courageous to just do whatever they want to do. Whether I go into politics, whether I have this project I'm doing called Les Amazones d'Afrique, and I'm working together with 8 other strong African women from Francophone West Africa, from Mali. I'm working with Amadou and Miriam, Mamani Keita. I'm working with Rokia Kade, Kandia Koyate, and all these women who are strong women who have something to say. So it's not just entertaining people or singing to the pleasure of people, but they have a message of the rights of a woman, and not just only the rights, like, I don't like using that word against, but like women, these are women who have been through a lot, whether it be domestic violence, whether it be sexual abuse, whether it be female genital mutilation. So all these things, women are becoming more like bold now to say, listen, enough. This is where we want to go. This is where you made us reach, but from here onwards, this is the limit, you know? So I think, yes, the world is changing for good. I try to see the positive. I'm not going to deny, obviously, negative things are there, and we have to embrace them, but also work with what we cause, or what we've caused. So how do you become the alchemist now to switch that energy of the negativity and turn it into something that would help us in the future and in the present moment?
Come on now. You like the she old? What's wrong with her? Yes. Nigeria, in the loud and rowdy of my world, there's a secret place. Like I find myself, can I find you? Yafra, the noise of horns of thirsty Nigerians, of hustlers, of mothers, confront me as I walk past Lagos in prayer contemplation, like a ghost after the summer of a many. And still I don't know how much pain it takes, Nigeria. I walk the island, I walk the mainland. I see the vastity, I smell capacity, but still will suffer. Why? I am the voice of mighty Guru. I from my self-pity. No time to waste like Kokata began to sing it, Niger. For too long we surrendered to the ignorance of our self-defense. And we have failed America. Half of us we walk in calamity, in suppression. How long would it take for you to love Niger? As I sit here, I want to live, but there's so many plans for you, but yet I can't deliver.
Well, I think yes. I believe in peace, in peaceful evolution, in peaceful revolution. I believe that where things are no more personal, and because we take things, that's the problem of mankind. We are all afraid. We are afraid, and that's why there's war. That's why there's corruption. That's why. Yeah, there's tribalism. You know, I believe that if we realize that none of this is because of us, then life will be just much more easy. But obviously we've been domesticated, we've been manipulated right from the day you come out of your mother's womb. You're teaching your child how to be. You're training your child almost like an animal. We are, yeah, you know. So if we step out of the so-called normal, then we are a threat to society. And that's not life. When you realize that you've been living a dream of someone else's dream, then you definitely want to do the opposite.
That's what you do for how long? Yeah.
I try. You know, it's not like I have my issues. Definitely. That's why I'm here today. Oh, we're having this conversation. That's why I do music, because I have my challenges. Sometimes I ask God, I say, God, okay, so why is all this happening? And when people come, they say, okay, well, how come you believe in God when there's so much war, when there's so much hatred, when there's all these things happening? You know, sometimes I do have my questions and I do have my doubts, my moment of doubts, and I feel like I'm alone doing this whole thing. But then, for instance, meeting the women from Les Amazones d'Afrique, the women I'm working with right now, that just gave me a completely different strength, like from a whole different angle. I was like, I'm not on my. Now I know that there are other people who are. We're together, you know. We're just we're separated, but when God chooses you, you have to move. You just have to move. I definitely would say read. It's important to read. Even if we have all the internet and everything on all these days on the internet, it's important that you just also maintain your space and read, educate yourself. Don't believe the hype. And whatever you do it unselfishly, in love. Do your best at all times. And this is not just for the youth, this is for everybody. Yeah, read the 4 Agreements, that's the book. Don Miguel Ruiz, that's the book, read the book.
Thank you very much.